Creator beings are here on earth. Greetings, dear ones. Creator beings are here on earth. Can you see them? Can you feel them? What would you expect them to be doing right now? Are you listening to them? When I say that a creator being or creator beings are here on earth, I wonder what you think I mean. To expect, a kind of Superman or Superwoman to appear in an extraordinary outfit, do you know what I mean by a creator being? Do you realize that you, who are paying attention to your personal development, that you are connected, you are at one with the creator beings? Because this is your alignment. This is what is the right thing to be doing upon the earth right now. It's to be adjusting, aligning yourself, listening, in that sense, opening your heart and your mind to question, to become more and more clear, so that knowing what is happening, you can recognize what the creator beings are doing. And no, they're not physical. They are beings of light, radiating an incredible light, so bright that actually it's showing up all the darkness fiercely. It's emphasizing the negative emotions at the moment. You haven't got to the point of breakthrough yet. It will come. And if you are listening to Chung Fu, then you know that I'm always encouraging you to stay very positive without denying the negative, being honest, present, working with the emotions that come up, letting them flow, moving them on, expressing. All sorts of expression is really important at the moment because of that very fact of lockdown and terror, that has been kind of imposed upon you. Hopefully you're not, any of you here, affected by that, because you're too wise to believe in a fear propaganda. But, however, you may have been affected, your family, your friends, and it does affect your life, even if one other person is affected by it. Because indeed, you're all connected. But the creator beings are here, walking amongst you on the etheric plane, looking for those souls who are ready to embody them, to bring them in. There was a time that mediumship was rare, but more and more, you may have noticed, more and more people are experiencing deep soul connection, deep attunement with the divine. Experiences of divine presence are happening for people. And so also are experiences of we could say divine absence. That polarity that is happening at the moment is very notable, that you've got people who are desperately searching, if you like, because they've lost their way. They've gotten influenced by a really negative energy that's coming in and saying, no, you can't connect to the divine. It's not real. That it's not really happening. That's an illusion. Or other kinds of words to that effect. It's not an illusion. It's the only true reality. Everything else other than the divine presence is an illusion. That's the truth. So, of what significance is it that the creator beings are here among you? What are they doing? Well, of course, creating. You might say, well, I can't really see any evidence of that right now. Things are pretty bad. And if there's anything being created, it's a lot of chaos and mayhem and pain and suffering and fear and death and disease. So, really? Are there creator beings here? Yes, there are. That's right. And that's exactly what we've said all along. And many people like me who are coming forward to talk to you, explain that this is what you're going through, the dark night of the soul of humanity, realizing and waking up to the fact of what's actually been happening for a long time. And whether you worked with me on ancestral wounding or someone else, or whether you've been working on your own trauma, on what happened to you in past lives, this has been going on for a very long time, that the divine plan has been interfered with. But when I say that, every person on the planet is equally responsible. It cannot be just offloaded onto some extraterrestrial beings, although yes, they have a very, very powerful part to play. But the awakening of the human soul to realize your power, this is what I'm interested in. To understand that when I say the creative beings are basically walking among you, well, that's because I see them. I'm not making that up. I see them, and I see them coming in and out of some of you a lot. And how do you know a creative being is coming in and out of you? Well, you feel pretty amazing when they're in, and you are remembering them when they're not, or you might not even notice they're not because you're so imbued with their light that it lasts you, right the way through periods where perhaps they're not entirely in. And what does that mean, in? Perhaps you're somebody who thinks mediumship is difficult, but you are a medium anyway. You're a medium of your own higher self all the time. You are the living spirit within this physical body, within this emotional heart, within this thinking mind. You are not the body, heart, or your brain. You are the living spirit energizing this incredible creation of your physical, emotional, mental body with the light of your spirit. In truth, in your own way, you are a creator being. Just not at the level that I'm talking about right here, but you're still a creator being. You created yourself. You've created these life circumstances, potentials that you have here available to you. You might not like what you've created, but you're creating all the time. You might create negativity. You might create pain. You might create sorrow, grief, anger, fear. But you see, that is your nature. Your nature is to create. And if you can lift yourself up to that beautiful space of love, of unconditional love, of open-hearted compassion, of open-minded receptivity, of really wanting to be aligned to the divine source, of wanting to be a conduit of the divine plan, to create heaven on earth, if you like, or the golden age, to create an earth where everyone is operating from compassion and love. If you want to be part of that, you can. You just need to understand that you already are, and magnify that place of receptivity within you. Expand even further your heart and realize it's joyous and wondrous to allow the divine light into your body, heart, and mind. It's wondrous. It's the best experience you can have in your life as a basic fundamental of who you are, which then empowers you to have many, many, many wonderful and diverse experiences, all lit up by that divine light. So let us look again at what that means to be a creator being and the responsibility that gives you. That you are the most extraordinary creation that you have collaborated already in the creation of your being. You have had input from your book of life. You have had past lives, and there are all kinds of experiences which your higher self wants your soul to have. So you already have had a big input into the creation of the possible pathways that your life might go along. In fact, that's what happens sometimes in your life. You suddenly wake up and you think, what happened? I don't want to be on this path going towards that brick wall. I need to go back to that junction. I need to go back and I need to rethink what to do with my life because I'm not happy on this path. So all the time, really, you see, you are creating. Now, you might say, no, I don't. I don't bother. I just do what comes next. Well, you're creating that too. You can't get away from the fact that once you're in the body, and even when you're in the spirit, wherever you are in your continuum of your soul's experience, you're creating. And you can create by not creating. That's right. Being passive and deciding, I'll just let whatever happens happen. But that is a decision. That is, in fact, involving your will, your choice. So think of it. How about getting on board the best purpose ever to create a beautiful new earth, to create a beautiful way to be together on the earth that honors the earth, that honors every being, every creature, every plant, every tree, every human being, of every race, of every religion, of every culture. How about that? Does that speak to you? I'm sure it does, because I'm very sure it's why you're here. Whatever your part is to play in that, as you come forward to listen to myself and other beings of light, that is why you're trying to figure out your way to be part of this extraordinary creation time. Because let's look and see honestly all the ways in which, well, really it's been a destruction. And that's still a creation. It's still what you did or didn't do, and therefore that created something else. So yes, destruction is part of creation. And in many senses, you're in that phase now, that the old is imploding, it's destroying itself, and the new is arising out of the ashes of a civilization that prioritized materialism, that led you in that sense away from your divine source of love and light, peace and harmony and beauty, and somehow convinced you all to accept another reality as the norm. But when you feel inside your heart, inside your soul, what on earth could possibly persuade you that anything other than love is worth, in that sense, its weight in gold inside your soul? How did that happen? Because the truth is, love is golden, and you are love. And all the spiritual work you'll ever do is about discovering, unearthing, unveiling, revealing, lifting up the truth of your being that is love, that feels strong enough to love, that feels bold enough to love, that is in alignment with your higher self enough to just be love. And that isn't all, because love leads you forward to joy, to peace, to cooperation, co-creation, to compassion, to abundance. Love is the basis of all beauty. Love is the very foundation of the new earth. Love is what has been lost. And love is what is finding you and what you are finding in this time. And it's so exciting. And that's why I'm really calling you to come and work together in a group, because it's the group energy that is the truth of humanity. Have you noticed there are 7.5, nearly 8 billion people now on the planet? You know, that's not a mistake. That's because you want to be together. That's because you want to meet each other. That's because you want to co-create wonderful things upon the earth, not destruction. No, that's not what you came. Not human beings didn't. There may be other invading races and so on that came for that purpose, but not human beings. Human beings are an extraordinary and most elevated creation of the divine source, created to carry the divine light, to be able to love unconditionally, to be able to show incredible tenderness and kindness, to be able to heal, to bring soothing, beautiful music and ecstatic, divine energy into manifestation. Human beings are extraordinary, magical beings. So that is what I want to do with you, beloved ones. I want to find that creator being with you. I want you to find that being with you, within you. And I want to work with you. But we who come to share with you, we are also creator beings, working in the mind, in the heart, in the soul. For there are many ways to collaborate, to lift up, to bring forward the divine plan here upon the earth. So I look forward to you coming to work with me, maybe individually, maybe on one of my many courses now. I'm really bringing a lot of ways forward for you to work, because that is what I love and that is what we love to do together. So do join a group, come on board and be part of working together. We got a course going right now called You Are the Rainbow Warriors of the Light, and you have been called to create the new earth. And that is a very exciting project where we are literally building that group, that team, that host of wonderful light workers together. And from that, creating many forms with which to work with other beings upon the planet. I look forward to meeting you, dear ones. Blessings and peace.
Blessings and peace. Thank you, Chung Fu. That was incredible. If you want to share these videos, we would love you to. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do hit the little bell for notifications of upcoming transmissions and teachings with Ascended Master Chung Fu. Thank you for coming today to bring your love and your attention and your focus and your beautiful hearts. And we will see you tomorrow. Great love.